Y bueno, con nosotros hoy, el día de hoy, un súper especial, Salem Moon en Decibel.
Hi, how are you, Salem? We're really excited to have you here. Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll have a couple of questions so you can answer and everyone can meet you a little bit more.
Okay, I would like to ask you, where did your name come from?
Yeah.
So, honestly, I think a long time ago, I was talking to this one girl on the internet, and I always remember her name being Salem Moon on the internet, okay. And her username for something, and it kind of stuck with me because then it's kind of like a play on words because it's kind of like also like Sailor Moon, like the anime. So.
Oh, Sailor Moon? Yeah, I'm fan too.
Yeah. I actually thought that maybe it was involved with some kind of witchcraft because of Salem.
Yeah. It's also kind of like, it kind of gives like that haunted vibe, which I feel like makes its way into like my music and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I wasn't that far away from the stuff. Okay, so.
When did you start your career?
Yeah.
So, I was in a lot of bands before Salem Moon. I was in about like 3 or 4 bands, and they all had like really crazy names. There was like my first band was Teenage Confusion, okay. And that was just me and my time. But yeah, we were only like about like 16. And I just started playing guitar about like 2 years beforehand that. So then we got into, there's my last band before Salem Moon was American Cheese. And it kind of just, like we made an album and it kind of just dissolved from there. But I'm still really close to everyone in that too. And So then I ended up starting Salem Moon, and ever since then, I mean, like I have a live band, but most of the time it's just me making all the music though.
Okay, so Salem Moon is like a band, that's what I understand, or is it a solo project?
Yeah, it's like my solo project, but like my only project right now. But yeah, I've been doing it since about like the end of 2019 was when I started like recording on my own, but it wasn't until 2020 that I finally put out like my first album for it. So.
Okay. Tell us, how do you describe your style?
What was that?
Your style, the style of your music. How would you describe it?
Yeah. So I guess like the best way, like I've heard people call it all types of things. I've heard them call it like pop. I've heard them call it like punk, which I think like the punk is kind of true to a degree, but I always call myself like lo-fi rock because that's what a lot of people that I like really look up to also call themselves. So I kind of fit into that category somewhere because I am doing it all on my own, so it ends up being pretty lo-fi, I would say.
Okay, perfect. And talking about the people that you look up to, who are your artists that inspire you, or I don't know, the persons that make you realize that you wanted to be a musician?
Yeah. So like when I was like really young, I was really into like, you know, like a lot of 90s rock. Like I was into Sonic Youth, Nirvana, of course, Beat Happening. And I think from there though, then that's where I started getting into more like underground type stuff. So like my biggest inspiration now at least would be like Stevie Dinner. He doesn't have a song that I don't like, but yeah, they're all fantastic.
Okay, yeah, it sounds great. Actually, lots of bands that I do like too. So you have an amazing taste, and it shows in your music actually. Like I can hear all those sounds, and it's really amazing.
Yeah.
So can you talk us a little bit about your newest album?
Yeah, the new album. What is the inspiration about?
Yeah, where it comes the inspiration? What was, I don't know, that thing that you wanted to tell with it?
Yeah, I would say like the overall like theme of the new album is kind of just like, I felt very like, almost, not that I was gonna, but I kind of felt like giving up at some points, like in the whole process of like making it. So a lot of like throughout the album, it was kind of like 1 second I'd be like really excited to like show everybody, and then I'd be like way down low, and I would be questioning myself, questioning what I'm doing. But in the end, it turned out like fantastic though. It definitely was like the closest thing to like something that like I had in my head, because sometimes it's like really hard like when you have like an image for something in your head and then like translating that to like music, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we heard the whole album.
Yeah,
like,
we are fans.
we're really big fans about it, and I really like the whole concept of this new album. And the things that you say, we can actually relate to that a lot because of this project that we have. It's almost all the time self-doubting and questioning if we're doing things good or not. But here we are, right? Trying to improve every day.
Yes. I would like to ask you about a song, The Love. I would like to tell us about the song that makes you feel something special in your heart.
So, because of that, tell us about that love song that makes your heart go fast.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of cheesy, but there's if you know "Drain You" by Nirvana, that's probably that's what I a lot with like love, because especially at the time, like when I first heard it, it was like really impactful to me. So it was like I always think of, like when that song comes on, I always think about someone.
Oh my God, we have an exclusive about the romantic life of Salem Moon.
Here in Decibel.
Here in Decibel, we have this exclusive.
Absolutely.
Well, but it's not cheesy. It's a good song. I really like that song too. It's really nice.
Yeah. It's for next stop.
Yeah. Now, tell us, have you had any experience on a concert that you can say, oh my God, I can't believe that happened?
Who did you saw?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember I went to go see I went to a show. It was the Garden, and it was Mac DeMarco, and that was my first show too. But it was in New York City at Radio City, and I didn't really know what to expect going into it. But Mac DeMarco, he got so drunk on stage that he ended up peeing himself in front of everybody. So that was like that was like really neat too. And then he proposed to his girlfriend too, but he didn't actually mean it. He was just joking. So yeah.
Yes.
What a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard like I've heard from people that like he kind of does that like at like every kind of show and stuff. Like he kind of like he likes to mess with the audience a little bit. So I respect it.
Well, that should be such a show, right? Yeah. So, but by the way, when I was trying to do the investigation about you and I couldn't find anything.
Yes, it was a problem.
I checked that you have a lot of audience here in Mexico. Did you know that?
Here in Mexico, we are fans.
Yeah. I've noticed like it's like all of South America. and also like Mexico, of course. I'm like huge, like that's where like a lot of my audience, I notice, comes from, actually, because the other half is like the United States, but like the other half is like all South America. So I think that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it surprised me a lot when I checked that. I was like, wow. So I hope you're planning, I don't know, maybe a tour in Mexico.
Yeah.
That you can come once.
To travel to Mexico.
Yeah, no, I would love to, actually. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it would be so fun. I mean, if you came to Mexico, I will be the first one buying my ticket.
Me too.
No, yeah, no, that's a lot of fun, though. I would love to like travel and, you know, like play shows, like different countries and stuff. Because I've only played about like 5 shows, like in the United States. So like to travel and play shows, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So have you traveled to other places in the United States, or you're just stayed like in New York and Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I've only played shows in Pennsylvania so far. Just because like with so like the people that I play live with, we all kind of like live pretty far from each other, and you know, like they have like their own stuff going on in their lives. So, you know, it's kind of hard for us all to get together. But I think this year I kind of plan on doing some more like solo shows, even if I use like an acoustic guitar or maybe like a drum machine, or who knows, maybe I'll find some more people to play shows with, though.
Yeah, maybe maybe make your own band, right? It would be great. Like, but if it's a solo project, like, also it's fine like that. Yes. Like, yeah. You make it pretty good by yourself. Like, you don't need anyone. Actually, yeah. It's really great. You do.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Okay, so, well, we thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Salem Moon.
And we are so excited. I really hope you make it once to Mexico. I would be so excited about it.
Yeah, that's like the first stop on my list, so definitely.
Very soon.
Thank you. Please, I am begging for that. So.
We need to clap.
Yes, we need to clap about it. Thank you so much for coming and accepting this interview. And we hope to see and hear more about you, because you have an amazing project. Really, don't give up. There are so many people that really like what you're doing. And
thanks to be here in Decibel.
Thanks to be here in Decibel. Really, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You are.
You too.